Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome to the Perceptual Shift Show. My name is James Quine, and this is my brother,
Robbie Quine, and I'm a perceptual shifter as well, just like my brother, and a life lover.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I got my hot spice cinnamon tea with heavy whipping cream and honey. So delicious.
I'm just a minimalist. I'm sludging my black coffee life lover brew.
Every once in a while, he asks me about my chai latte from Starbucks, whether or not I've got that in the cup. Sometimes I do have it in the cup. It depends on what's going on. That is more like a heavy dessert, like a super sweet creme brulee dessert. I love it, but it can't be an everyday type of thing.
Do you have like a little foodgasm where your eyes roll in the back of your head when you're sipping it?
It is
when it's perfectly made.
It is a food. But I will admit, this hot spice cinnamon tea is pretty amazing.
It's
too.
a close second.
Yeah.
I know you love that.
And I am a sugar guy. You're not really a sugar guy.
No, I mean
You're savory. You like salty stuff.
I do. I'm kind of yang. Yeah, I like the yang.
You're a bacon boy.
I am.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be because I'm Jewish, but...
Should I?
Oh, well.
You're the little pig.
I know. It's like,
okay.
Don't tell the rabbi.
All right. We won't out you.
A bacon guy.
Okay. In any case...
I think most guys are.
Yes.
You're a fake bacon guy.
I'm a fakin.
Fakin. Is that what it's called?
I'm a fakin.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a
That's
fake
cool.
bacon. I'm a vegetarian for all who don't know that. I'm a vegetarian, so I eat the fake bacon and the fake chicken and the whatever.
And you put avocado on it and you make like an awesome sandwich.
Yeah, I make like Cobb salads with fake bacon.
Right.
I also eat dairy. So a lot of vegetarians don't eat dairy.
Right.
I'm like a dairy guy.
Oh, yeah, it's
I love
good.
cheese,
I
eggs,
love it.
all that stuff.
Yogurt is so good.
Although I don't love the way they treat the cows.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Right, I get it. You're compassionate.
Yes, I am compassionate. And that is the reason I'm a vegetarian.
You're a heart chakra dude.
That's right. If it causes
You really
pain
are
or
a life
suffering-
lover, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're just...
Yeah, I don't want to cause pain or suffering to anyone.
That's great.
All right, so we have a great show for you today. We're excited to be here today. We got some announcements as normal.
Right.
And we want to get the show started. We've been a little bit gabby.
Chatterbox.
But before we get the show started, we're going to bring in our usual start of the show,
That's
which involves getting ready for a perceptual shift.
That's
and we
right.
do that by putting on our...
Step 1, apply perceptual shift lenses.
Here we go. I'm going for the triangles today.
That's
the upside
great.
down triangles.
I'm doing my standard flamers.
Your favorites?
Yeah, actually it is. I mean, when I wear other ones, I still dig it. I like the stars yesterday. I like the rain on your parade glasses.
Yesterday you were wearing stars just around the city? What
Yes.
Are you doing? Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Wow. I walked right up to the line on that one.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. With no further ado. Welcome to the Shift Show. Get ready for the mind flow. You're gonna see the world in a brand new way. Yeah. We'll show you how to love life. Eliminate your strife. You'll manifest all that you desire. The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Nicely done.
Very nice.
Did I mess you up there a little bit? I cracked you up, bro.
Oh my God.
And then you cracked
Sometimes
me up.
I'm better off not looking at this guy sometimes.
No, man. You never know what I'm going to throw up during the song. A little bit of screeching, a little bit of something.
That's okay.
Woo, 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 woo.
You just kind of howling.
I got to have fun with it, baby.
That's right.
That's what it's all about.
Why stuff the fun? Release it.
Rule 62 is don't take yourself so fucking seriously.
Thank you. Yeah, and
that's
life
what we
is
try not
much
to do
more
here.
fun if I can laugh at myself.
Right. Have a sense of humor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's better for your cardiovascular.
Exactly. I was talking to one of my friends who I kind of mentor, and I love this guy, and he was back east somewhere fixing up a house that had belonged to a family member who had passed away, and they were trying to sell it. So he was he took it upon himself to fix up the house before they sell it, like we did with Mom's house.
Right.
And he was a little resentful because no one else was helping him, and he wasn't getting paid anything extra for doing this. But he would get a portion of the whatever. And
Right.
he was talking to me about how frustrated he was
Sure.
and how different, how it wasn't fair, whatever. And I said, hey, would you prefer painting and doing this work and being happy, or are you comfortable painting and doing this work and being resentful?
Crab
and frustrated?
salad.
Yes. Yeah. And he said, well, of course I'd rather be happy, but I'm not happy. And I said, would you like to know how to be happy and how to really have a lot of fun while you're painting and not be resentful
Was he
at all?
open to that?
And he said, yes. What do you suggest? And I said, I want you to put in your AirPods, turn on your iPhone, and listen to some comedy.
Good idea.
And he's like, oh, I guess I could do that.
Yeah.
And then the next day he called me up. He goes, man, what a difference.
Oh, it's great.
I'm listening to Richard Pryor and all these hilarious comedians, and I'm painting and having the time of my life, and my mind is completely
He's in
off.
a different zone, yeah.
Completely off of all these fuckers.
That was a perceptual shift, actually.
It was a perceptual shift. Sometimes to get the perceptual shift, thank you. Sometimes to get the perceptual shift we want to experience, we need to actually take some action. Whether it's writing or listening to comedy,
Absolutely.
or putting on Brick House and dancing, or doing something that is not just thinking about perceptually
Or,
shifting.
like the other day I walked in and you were jumping on the sofa with Leo.
I was
And you
jumping
guys
on the
were
sofa.
having like a sofa jumping party, and it was fun.
This is what's interesting too about not only having Leo, my grandson, in my life, but also having a dog.
Right.
Is that when I got the dog,
Shout out to Kona.
Shout out to Kona. When I got the dog, one thing my brother knows about me is I like to have a clean house.
That's an understatement.
I'm very organized. And
No, it's great.
some people
you
called
take-
me anal retentive.
No,
but
no,
it's OCD a little bit. Maybe.
You take pride in your house.
I do, and I think
it's
there's nothing
great.
wrong with
There
having
isn't.
your towel folded in 3 parts and then folded over the bar like it looks
Right.
like in a hotel.
Yeah,
Like
it's-
I like it.
It's very, very cool.
Yes, so I like to have my kitchen clean. I like to have my bathroom clean. I like to have my floors clean. I like to have my house. And then I got the dog, the puppy. And let me tell you something about puppies. They like to chew things.
Not clean.
Yeah. They like to chew the drywall.
Wow.
They like to chew the carpet up. They like to chew
Kona was-
the remote control. They like to chew your inspirational books. I could grab a book
my
for you and
God.
show you one of the
It's
books.
got Kona's
she chewed up.
fangs in it,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they like to jump on the furniture.
Right?
Yeah. They make a mess. They have hair.
And they barf at the top of the stairs.
And puppies also pee and poo in the house before they're taught not to.
Yeah.
So they make a big mess.
Very smelly.
Yeah, they're smelly. And I'm the guy that showers in the morning and takes a bath at night with soap. So, of course, I have to clean my dog all the time because I don't want any smelly dogness.
Right.
And I brush my dog's teeth, which is probably good for my dog.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is I had to make a choice. Do I get comfortable with Kona being on the couch and giving me love?
Right.
Or do I keep Kona off the couch?
Yeah.
Do I get comfortable throwing all the pillows off the couch onto the floor with Leo, jumping on the couch with him and diving into the pillows?
Right.
Or am I so uptight that I need to keep the pillows on the couch all the time, looking perfect? And I chose the latter to have fun. And it's been good. It's been an exercise for me. And let me just take a quick diversion also.
Okay.
And this will be interesting because when I started learning how to love Jamie, which was my name when I was a little boy,
Right.
and looking in the mirror and having the picture of little Jamie and saying, I love you.
We all called him Jamie when we were little.
That's right. When I started that, and I started writing letters to little Jamie boy from Big James that I'll protect him and that we got this together. And took him out of the closet that I had, locked him in for all those years and said to come out and play. We're going to learn how to play guitar. We're going to do all kinds of fun things.
Love it.
I went to the beach. This is when I lived at the Mahana.
Uh-huh.
I went out to the beach and I decided, this is a Jamie moment.
That's great.
And as I said, I'm pretty, insistent on being clean.
Right.
And I decided that I would go to the beach jump in the water in front of all the tourists, get out of the water, and roll in the sand.
All right.
Now, if you are a
great.
clean freak, rolling in the sand and getting sand in your hair and your ears and is not really compatible with being neat and clean.
Right. But it is very punk rock.
Then I took a pile of wet sand and plopped it on my head.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
And then I skipped down along the beach in front of all the tourists.
Did you do a cartwheel?
I did not, but I was skipping.
That's cool. That's
So I skipped and skipped and skipped until finally I jumped in the water again, came out, did the whole thing, and skipped all the way back to where I started.
Great.
Completely immersed myself in the sand and just let myself just get messy. And I was giving Jamie a moment to just be a kid.
To celebrate. And you were having a sandy perceptual shift.
I was. And
I love
that
it.
was,
I love that
trying
story.
to physically open the door
You did.
to that shift and to bringing Jamie back into my
Right.
life.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of people.
It was like a Jamie party.
Yeah, a lot of people have grown up, they're doing all this adulting, and they completely forgot about their little child.
Right.
Still
They
inside of them.
abandoned their inner
I
child.
highly, highly, highly suggest you get that picture of you when you were a little kid, put it on your bathroom counter, and say, "Good morning," giving it a kiss, and at night before bed, when you brush your teeth, give it another kiss and say good night. Thank you
That's
for spending the
right.
day with me.
Yeah.
It's very, very sweet.
Invite them into your heart and into your life.
Exactly.
And
So,
into the sand in this case.
into the sand and the ocean.
Right.
All right, so quick announcement before we get started and dig into the book.
Oh, yeah.
If you do not have the book and you like it, you can get it on Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble. You can get the hardback or the softcover book, or
The Kindle version for just a couple of ruples, very cheap, and pick up a notebook also because there is some writing in here, and the writing takes it to the next level. I highly encourage. Like some people don't like to write.
and can you let our listeners know where they can exchange their dollars for ruples so they can buy that Kindle version?
I don't know.
Okay.
You have to Google that or
That's
something.
funny. All right.
But it's cheap.
It's a couple of $2-3. Yeah. So if you want a signed copy, hit me up on Instagram or TikTok. DM me, James M for Michael, Quine, James M. Quine. DM me and I'll make sure that you get a signed copy.
That's
or if you
awesome.
want me to dedicate it to somebody that you know and love that
Sure.
you feel would benefit from
It's a
perceptual shift.
great present for anybody.
The idea behind the book is to love your life and manifest abundance.
And it's written real simple. I mean, it's not flowery. It's not all, it's not like a college course. It's practical spirituality that works. And these tools are wonderful. I mean, the life hacks, excuse me.
yeah.
I'm a huge fan of those.
Thank you. And if you like this podcast, you can follow, subscribe if you want to get notified of future podcasts. We're trying to do it every week. Mm-hmm. And then on Saturdays, we have a special treat for you. You
We
wanna let them
sure
know?
do. Saturdays, we have a live Zoom, Perceptual Shift Zoom meeting.
Where we actually go through the book, page
All
by
of us.
page.
James and I both do it with you guys. It's
And
so fun.
whoever wants to join, and
Yeah.
you can ask us any questions you
Right.
want.
And you don't have to start at the beginning. Just jump on in and dive in.
Yeah, so every Saturday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Zoom link is in the description of this podcast. If you want the password, you'll need to DM me at Instagram or TikTok. I can get that to you and you can join us. It'll be great.
It's about an hour long.
Yeah, we've had ones that are half an hour, ones that go over an hour.
Right.
It really depends if it's a singly, a doubly, or a triply.
Right.
That means 1 page, 2 page, or 3 page section.
Right.
Yeah. And depends on how many people are there. So it's a lot of fun. You can share. You don't have to share.
Right. Go at your own pace, but I encourage you to share because it's a very safe space. It's very supportive, and the shares are fantastic.
Yeah. No judgment, no shame.
I love they're sharing very candidly, and it's an intimate kind of communal sort of experience. It's great. It's not really it's not a class. It's more of like an experience.
Yeah. And if
Uncover, discover,
Yeah, and if
discover.
you're awkward or you feel awkward to do it with us or other people that you don't really know and you want to get together with a few people that you feel safe with,
Sure.
and each of them has the book, you can go through the book with them.
That's right. Yeah.
Create your own little
That's great.
Zoom meeting or own little
Exactly.
meeting and work
Kind
it
of
together.
Customize it to
It's
your own.
nice to have fellowship, though.
I agree.
I find it's really nice to hear other people's points of view.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. You never know what people are going through and what's happened in their past and things like that.
Yeah, do you want to do the intro song?
Yes.
We already did it.
I know. That was a setup. I had a feeling. But I'll play it again if you guys.
I'm glad that
I enjoy playing
you took the
it.
bait and you just ran with it. That was good.
It gets me in the zone, man.
All right. So here we see that's the playfulness that we want to bring to life.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to dive right into it. We're on page 33, actually.
Wow.
Wait, no, 32. Sorry, 32.
Is
32.
today a doubly or what
It's
is
a single.
it?
Okay. We're in the section called The Power of Shifting.
Right.
We've already completed
Power shift. I like that.
Yeah, we've already completed the first section of the book. The first section of the book was Awakening Your Awareness, and it was primarily about looking at the lens through which we see life and the roots of our perception, where we really inherited some of those beliefs
Right.
and perceptions. Now we're into the section of the book called Embracing the Shift, and we're in the chapter called The Power of Shifting. So this is signs that it's time for a shift. Sometimes we're so entrenched in our perceptions that we don't realize a shift is necessary. However, there are often signs that our current way of seeing things is not serving us. These signs may include the following. Recurring frustrations. If you find yourself stuck in the same conflicts or challenges over and over, it may be a sign that your perception of the situation could benefit from adjustment. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever found yourself in that situation where you're frustrated about something and it comes up again and again, or frustrated in communicating with one individual and that same kind of frustration happens again and again?
Yes.
I had it this morning. As a matter of fact, I was talking to somebody who I'm not very involved with anymore in my life, but I talk to periodically for different purposes. And something came up where we had to discuss a situation, and the old patterns began to emerge. I felt they were attempting to manage, direct, and control me.
Right.
And I was pushing back.
Sure.
And the more I pushed back, the more they wanted to control.
Right.
And it went into this song and dance again and again. And finally I said, listen, if you have something you're looking for from me, if you have a question, if you need me to answer something or to do something, please just say it. And they started getting upset at me again. I said, I'm going to have to hang up this phone.
Right.
If you don't have something that you want from me, because I'm not going to sit here and listen to you be upset at me.
Right.
For no reason. I can't do that again.
Right.
This is an old pattern. Mm-hmm. And they said, I want you to do the thing. And I said, great, I can do that for you. I'll do that by Monday. Have a good day. And they're like, bye. And I said, bye. And I had to just end it.
Right.
And it was not a comfortable ending of a conversation.
It sounds a little vibey towards the end.
It was definitely vibey.
Yeah.
Could I have done a better job? Probably.
You did pretty good, though.
I did the best that I could.
You didn't tell them to go F themselves, which is
And
good.
here's the interesting thing about those situations. When I get frustrated with this individual, what it does is it leads me to do some journaling.
Right. No, that's
and ask
great.
myself, am I really reacting to them, or am I reacting to my mom or my dad or old stuff? Do I need to approach it this way?
Yeah.
Do I have an amends?
Right.
If I have an amends, I want to make an amends.
Sure.
I want to clean up my side of the street. So in this particular situation, because it didn't go that well, I will most likely make an amends.
Right.
Because when two people have a problem together, this is just my own opinion, both people have a part.
Yeah.
And if I start to justify it and say I had no part at all, that's bullshit.
That's not true. Yeah.
I'm going to call a foul on that one.
Right. Yeah.
Because I was in the conversation.
Yeah.
I could have left the conversation a lot earlier. I could have said I'm uncomfortable. Now's not a great time for... There's a lot of things I could have done.
Definitely.
But I plowed ahead.
Right.
So, and I also wanted to say that part of the reason maybe I wasn't behaving as wonderfully as I could have behaved was because although I did a bunch of my inspirational readings this morning, I didn't have a chance to do any journaling. I didn't write my gratitude list yet.
Right.
And that really makes a difference in how I approach my conversations with others.
I agree.
So recurring frustrations, that's an old frustration.
Did you get interrupted in your morning kind of
I did.
golden
Exactly. I was in my golden hour and I got interrupted.
Because you usually do write a gratitude.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, second thing, emotional turmoil. Persistent feelings of anger, sadness, or anxiety often stem from unexamined perceptions. Identifying the root cause can pave the way for a shift and open the door to greater peace, clarity, and emotional freedom. This is what we talked about last chapter.
Right.
Let's get to the root of our perceptions.
Right.
Let's figure it out. Let's write it down. Let's know exactly what is motivating us to behave in these ways, to have these attitudes and opinions.
Right.
And let's be very clear that if they're not serving us to love our life and to manifest the most abundance possible, let's start shifting them.
Yeah.
Exactly. Third thing, feeling stuck. If life feels stagnant or unfulfilling, it's worth examining whether your perceptions are limiting your choices or holding you back from embracing new opportunities. Perceptions like, I'll never be able to do that.
Right.
This isn't something that, people like me can achieve.
I'm too old.
I'm already in this relationship.
Right.
There's no getting out of it.
Yeah.
I'm stuck. I never went to school. It's too late to go back to college.
Sure.
I could never be a doctor. I could never be an attorney. I think it was Renee Goldberg or some friend of Judy's that went to college in her 50s to become an attorney.
I love stories like that.
And so it's never too late. When my son Jake was graduating from medical school,
I was thinking about.
There was a guy that was like in his 50s or 60s graduating from medical school. It's never too late.
Yeah.
Quash those old perceptions that don't serve you.
I find Jake very inspiring. I don't know if you want to dive
Hugely
into that.
inspiring.
He inspired me very much.
Hugely inspiring. And if you feel like your potential is limited, that's a lie.
Right. Yes.
Defeat that lie by saying out loud, I have unlimited potential.
That's right.
To do anything and to be anyone.
Yeah. And if those negative thoughts come in, I can just say, thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Giving the finger to those
That's
thoughts.
right.
Yeah. I do that with my stinking thinking. When that committee member stands up at the table inside of my brain and starts going, well, it's their fault and it's not fair and I can't do, and my committee member is really, that's the one that's trying to sabotage my life.
Right.
I become aware of it and I go, excuse me, your time is up, sir.
Exactly.
Yield back.
Bouncer.
Yield back to the secretary.
Right.
Your time is up. And if you don't be quiet, I'm going to, have that bouncer take you out of the room.
Exactly.
Yeah. Be very aware if it is your dis-ease talking to you. Right? And I mean your discomfort, your disease.
Sure.
That is a disease.
Absolutely. Negativity.
Yeah. And the fourth thing that might be a sign that it's time for a shift is external feedback. And this is difficult if we're defensive.
Yeah.
And
it is. It takes practice.
It does.
Like zipping the lip and someone sharing and I want to interject and like...
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, even though their potentially unsolicited advice may include a whole lot of things that you don't agree with and you think are completely wrong, if there's a grain of truth or grain of opportunity,
and there usually is,
to shift in a way that's going to enlighten you and bring you more happiness, focus on that.
Sure.
Okay, so sometimes others' observations can point to blind spots in our perceptions.
Right.
And all of us have those.
That's happened to me, yeah.
One indication that a shift may be necessary is when we find ourselves becoming defensive in response to the judgment of others, what we just discussed.
Right.
While it can be uncomfortable, constructive feedback can be a powerful catalyst for change. And somebody recently said to me, I believe that constructive criticism, I've interpreted constructive criticism as destructive criticism. Did you hear that?
No.
Yeah. And the reason I interpret constructive criticism as destructive criticism is that I'm so incredibly sensitive that I'm not open to it most of the time.
Yeah.
And I think that's true for a lot of us.
Yeah.
Depending on where I am emotionally.
Sure.
Like I said, if I've done all my golden hour stuff and I've meditated and done my affirmations and opened myself up to the universe and aligned myself and talked to my angels, Mom, Chris, Grandma Laser, Vicky, Janice, Zipper, Mia, Judy, and Joyce, and thanked them for the day and wiggled my fingers and toes and sent a kiss out to the universe, and I'm in the attitude of gratitude, then I'm probably more open. If I've missed some of that stuff, or I haven't done my gratitude list, or I haven't done my inspirational reading, or haven't been of service to anyone lately, probably more closed-minded.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question is, do you usually see things mostly from your perspective? And I want to take this first, okay?
Yeah, please.
I do. And it would be hard-pressed for me to imagine any human being that doesn't usually see things from their point of view or their perspective. Because my eyes are attached to my head and I'm seeing things out of this human body.
Right.
My experiences have shaped how I see things, and it's pretty normal for me to see it from my perspective. Now, my perspective has shifted because of all of this work that we do, because I'm evolving emotionally, spiritually, and everything else. But I see it from my perspective. That does not mean I don't want other people's opinions and I don't want to grow and listen to the ideas from others that can help me manifest a better life and be a better version of myself.
Sure.
But yes, in answer to this question, do I usually see things mostly from my perspective? The answer is yes. What about you?
Absolutely yes.
Okay. So then it says, write down a time this caused frustration or conflict, and how considering their point of view could have created more understanding. And I will tell you that without exception, every single time I'm having an argument, I don't mean a disagreement or difference of an opinion, I mean an argument.
Right.
We all know the difference.
Yeah.
It may start out as a differing of opinions.
It's got more of an emotional charge in it.
Yeah. It may start out with two people expressing their differences.
Right.
But once it gets to an argument stage, typically
it goes like to DEFCON 5.
It's very difficult for me to begin to see things from their perspective.
Sure.
Because I'm now invested in my perspective.
Right.
That being said, because I'm a perceptual shifter, and because I know that these arguments do not help me love my life.
Right.
And they certainly don't manifest abundance.
Au contraire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That the other day or last week or something, we were talking about these moments when suddenly this idea comes into your head, and it's sort of like a perceptual shift idea, like, hey, this is my opportunity to perceptually shift.
Right.
So in the middle of the argument, I have been known frequently these days to go, hold on a second.
Yeah. Right when it's about to escalate, right?
Yes. Can I say something? And if they give me the floor, I say, when I look at things from your point of view, and I look at what I'm saying from your point of view, I can see how upsetting this could be.
Right.
Or how you're right. From your point of view, you are right. And my problem is I'm not giving you the respect to see things from your perspective. So rather than me continuing to argue with you about my perspective, I'd like to just listen and hear your perspective so that I can take it in, and then give me a day or so to think about it, because I very may well decide to adopt your perspective.
That sounds very healthy. Let it breathe.
Yeah.
Let me reflect on it. I'll get back to you. That sounds very, very emotionally healthy to me.
It is, when I can do it.
It's hard to do. I know. It's easy to say, hard to do.
But it's a giant win when I do it.
Because the ego takes a little shot. It's like...
Yeah, exactly. And when I do have those moments of success, I write it in my journal
That's great.
because I'm like,
It's like victory.
I'm proud of you,
Yeah,
James.
victory shout. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So, what about you? Do you have these moments where you're just seeing things from your perspective and you get into it with somebody else, or there's something going on and you later realize perhaps you should have opened the door to see it from another perspective?
Yes, many, many, many times.
Let's have an example.
Well, I used to think that, without going too deep into it, that junkies were really cool. Like, I love Sid Vicious, I love Johnny Thunders, and I had all this romance about being, sleaze rocker, kind of glitter rocker dude, punk rocker, and doing drugs and being in the street and being sort of like a street poet and
Anti-establishment.
yeah, a rebel,
Right, the Mohawk.
and then all of them, when I later in life looked at their lives were horrible.
A mess.
It's beyond a mess, like splat, you know what I mean? Just
Many of them committed suicide.
that's what I'm talking about. And, Sid Vicious got arrested for murdering his girlfriend, which they still don't know if he did it. He was in a blackout or something.
You were just telling me about Spectre, right?
Yeah, Phil Spector. Yeah, he
Murdered a woman and went to jail.
he died in jail. He's like one of the greatest producers of all time. He produced My Sweet Lord for George Harrison.
right.
Lots of songs for John Lennon. Imagine, he did that one.
I think that a lot of drug addicts and alcoholics sort of glamorize that
They
life
do
to some extent.
and it's BS. It is complete. It's a lie.
But it's a good way to keep them imprisoned in that style of life,
Yeah.
in that perspective.
It's
so
kind
that
of
they don't shift.
an anti-hero kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
They can justify staying there.
I don't think there's anything cool about being a junkie or any of that stuff.
And if you think about a lot of the musicians that survived,
yeah.
so many of them got off of drugs.
That's right. Just in time. And some of them, like Bowie, for example, he quit drugs, but he died of liver cancer. It was too late.
Yeah.
You don't always get a second chance.
No. So that's a good example of, and now your perspective is not glamorous.
Is to be healthy.
Yeah, it's glamorous to be healthy.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
To me. And it might not be exciting or flashy, but it feels good. I want to feel good.
What if you were playing a concert and with a bunch of other musicians that were junkies? Would that make you feel uncomfortable?
A little, probably, but I'm there's I don't really like to see it right in my face.
Right.
But I would quickly, moonwalk out of there for the most part. Yeah, I like to stick with people that are healthy.
Yeah, detached from the toxic.
Well, it's just not my scene anymore. I'm glad I lived through it, but I really don't think there's anything cool about being self-destructive.
I mention that because it could be easy to be pulled back into
Very
a toxic
easy.
group of people
Yeah,
if there was fame, fortune, glamour.
Sure.
It was, let's say, a hot chick or a hot guy,
Right.
Who was maybe using or drinking and suck you right back into that vortex.
Yeah. I thought the Amy Winehouse thing was really heartbreaking.
I don't know so much about that
Okay.
story.
Yeah. She died really young, very talented.
From drugs also.
Yeah, but also from codependency. She was dating a guy that was a pretty bad junkie, I guess, and they were doing the dance of codependency. And
But that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, if you struggle with loving yourself, and
you nailed it right there. You get a ding for that.
thank you, and the love of others is what's filling you up and making you
Right.
feel good about
Right.
who you are.
Yeah.
It's very easy to walk into that web of madness.
Yeah, and obsession.
Yes.
It's like an
and
addiction to a person.
and dysfunction.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes. This is why I encourage everybody to look in the mirror and start saying, I love you.
Yeah.
Because if you learn to love who you are and give yourself all the wonderful accolades that you want from everyone else, then whatever they give you is icing on the cake.
Right.
And you're already hearing, you're handsome or you're beautiful, you're wonderful, you're kind, I love who you are, I love your face, I love your body, I love your mind, I love the individual, I love how you love other people, I love the person you're becoming, I love everything about you, I love being you, you're just amazing, you're great. And those are the types of things like Mom would say to us.
Yeah.
and my mom's not here. Our mom's not here anymore. And I get to say the things I say to my grandson that I said to my children.
Right.
Now I'm saying them to me.
Yeah.
And
great.
so it's not that if a woman said to me, you're handsome or you're wonderful, I think you're great, that I wouldn't like it. Of course I would like it.
Right.
Who wouldn't like that?
Yeah, that's natural.
But if suddenly they were like, then I'm never going to say that to you again and I'm leaving you, I'd be like, it's okay because somebody says it to me every morning anyway.
Right.
And at nighttime.
Yeah.
And frequently, I'm in the car in traffic. I look up at the mirror. I turn it down to me. I go, hey, James, I love you. How you doing? You okay? You enjoying yourself? I'm so grateful to be you.
That's great.
So I take every opportunity. I've done it in a mirror at a restaurant before. When I go in the bathroom
Sure.
and no one's there, I'm like, what's up, dude? You rock. Look how handsome you
Yeah,
look
you can
today.
perceptually shift anywhere, in a car, in a restaurant.
Tell me it doesn't feel good when someone says you're handsome.
It does.
Yes. So same thing. If someone says you're beautiful to a woman, it feels good to them. Why not if they say it to themselves?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. So learn to
agree.
love yourself. And then any love you get from somebody else will be a wonderful addition, but won't be something that you need to survive.
Right. Exactly.
And it won't hurt so much if somebody wants to take that love they're giving you somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you for the love you gave me. Have a great day.
and pay it forward.
Yes, exactly.
Share
exactly.
love. Be sharing and caring. It just feels great. I try to do it every day.
Exactly.
Love and service is like part of. Oh, we're out of time.
We are out of time. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, love and service is...
Awesome.
It is awesome. All right, so we got to end this show because we're out of time.
That's right.
But we have an announcement for you. Though we can't make that announcement until we
engage in our final, very different song than we started with.
I did the triangles, so I'm going for the squares.
I gotta stick with my flamers. I'm just
Sticking with
way
the
in
flamers.
love with these
He
things.
just loves those flamers.
I love being a flamer.
All right, so again, for all of you
I'm going
who
up
haven't
in
been with us before,
flames.
this song is completely different. For those that have been with us before, you know I'm joking. But let's get it going.
Okay, let's get it on. Bang a gong. Now you've heard the shift show. I hope you got your mind blown. We'll be back next week with more to say. And if you are a seeker, buy the book, dig deeper. Take what you like and now go out and play in the sand. The Perceptual Shift Show.
What just happened there?
Whoa, whoa. You forgot the A.
Oh.
The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
How could I forget the A?
It's okay. Love yourself anyway.
I love you, James. It's okay. I forgive you because you're going to be making mistakes the rest of your life.
That's
And you know what?
right.
That's okay. It's all about having fun with it.
Exactly.
And, I'm glad that I did that because it's important for me to remind everybody that we don't take ourselves so seriously.
That's right.
And we forgive ourselves when we make a little mistake.
Yeah, so what?
It's not a big deal.
BFD.
Yeah. So the announcement that we need to make is that, once again, I wanted to remind everybody, if you want to go through the book with us, we do it every Saturday.
Right.
3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. The Zoom link is in the description of this podcast.
Right.
If you want the password, hit me up, DM me on Instagram or TikTok at James M. Quine, Quine, M for Michael. And you can also check out Life Hacks.
The life hacks.
Yeah, and all kinds of other information on Instagram and TikTok. If you like this podcast and you want to get notified of it in the future, subscribe, like, follow, and you'll get a notification. If you want a signed copy, hit me up again. DM me on Instagram or TikTok. I will get you a signed copy of the book. And
We got the Kindle version for just a little chicken scratch.
yes, it's about $15.99 or $95 at the time of this podcast. That's the price of it for the soft cover book.
Right.
Or you can get the Kindle but you also want to have a journal or a notebook to do the writing in.
Right. And also, James and I are going to be at the Zoom.
We are going to be there. So if you have any questions,
doing it with you guys.
You're welcome to come on.
It's very fun. We do it as a collective, and it's wonderful.
It's really cool. And one final thought. Life loving is not necessarily about loving everything that happens in life.
Right. That I don't think that's possible.
It is not possible.
No.
We are going to, I asked myself, did I like making a mistake? Initially, no. But now, because I can show people that it's okay to make mistakes, we can recognize the things that we don't like, and we can recognize when we make a mistake, and we can perceptually shift to a place where it becomes an opportunity, not an obstacle.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. And that is exactly what that mistake became, is an opportunity to share with you that I am human also.
Right.
And I make all kinds of mistakes.
Yeah.
And so I'm super grateful for everything that aligns with what I want.
Right.
All of my expectations and desires. But I'm also super grateful for those things that don't.
Yeah.
Because they're learning experiences.
Right.
And they also, at the very least, they teach me how to surrender all of it to the universe and get into the flow.
It feels so good. I mean, surrendering and just opening my heart like that, letting it go, letting the tension go, letting the expectations go. Just let it go.
Yeah. So if you hear us saying, I love my life, and you see the book, How to Love Your Life, I just don't want you to think that that means you're going to somehow levitate and love every single thing that happens. Some things are a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have to walk through those things if we want to continue to love our life.
But it's not mutually exclusive. Even having a bummer, I can press the reset button and get into the love zone.
I can stub my toe and still love my life.
Thank you. And
it doesn't mean I love stubbing my toe.
No, but you're glad you have a toe, right?
I am. And
like, at least I have a toe to stub.
I'm glad I have a bed frame to stub it on.
Right.
I'm glad I have a bed to sleep on. I'm glad I have a house that the bed is in. And before you know it, the pain subsides, and I'm just grateful to be alive.
Yeah, even if you drop a massive F-bomb and the whole street can hear you, it's, it kind of...
Our lives...
It's not a big deal.
Robbie's and mine, our lives are amazing.
Yeah, my life is
They are
rad.
incredible. And I've got to tell you, if you take some time to write down a real thorough gratitude list, you will find your life is amazing too. And that's what I'm talking about when we say, love your lives. Love everything that is incredible about your life.
That's right.
So if you want to love your life, manifest more abundance, you want to learn how to love your life, if you already love your life, if you're an aspiring life lover, one of the ways we get into the attitude of life loving is by saying it out loud. So on the count of three, we are going to say it out loud. So we invite you to say it with us if you'd like to. You ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. I love my life! Thank you, everyone. The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa.